Alright, let's keep going with texture. I believe this is going to be chapter 3 in texture. So this is looking a little outliney to me. And the way that we're going to get rid of the outlines is just to sharpen some edges and to do more convex. So right away I see a beautiful convex that comes down in right here. And I see another convex that rolls. And this we don't want to have so simple. Throw a couple more lines in there. That's going to roll in. You know, I stepped away from the drawing for a little while, and it's good to do that. You want to do that with every piece of artwork that you do, because your eyes just get too fixated on that same spot, and everything starts to blur a little bit. And it's nice to give your eyes a break from what you're working on to look somewhere else. And you'll be amazed that when you come back, the little details that you do see when you try stepping back. Okay, now the problem is when you step away from the piece, what you do in that time, it could be productive or it could be non-productive. I mean, you can go and do other work while you're stepping away, or you can go and you can eat. But, you know, eating's good. You just don't want to eat the whole time that you're away. So this is, to me, still in dire need of some serious work. But I'm going to just maybe a couple more minutes or a minute or so, and then I feel like I've got to move on and just balance the texture elsewhere, because then when I come back to this, it'll just give me some more context if I put texture somewhere else. I think I just banged the camera, excuse me for that. Now, this is very soft compared to this, and that's some risk here that I have. I'm starting to notice some of my measurements are off. Risk that I have is that this looks so completely different than the rest of the drawing, because the rest of the drawing is very smooth. So how I balance the texture is really going to be crucial to how successful this drawing is. Now, let's go back up top over here. Next is this arm, but while I'm here, I'm just going to come back up top, and while my eyes are somewhat fresh, I'm just going to try my very best to do a short little chiseled choppy stroke and revisit some of the texture over here. Yeah, that's better. It's really small stuff, but I can't tell you how much I'm seeing. It's weird how all this, it's all in your eyes and in your hand. I know you know that. I'm just pointing it out to you. Like a little simple thing that I can point out to you that I hope that you'll take, and this is massive, this like tip, to draw 10 minutes a day if you want to do this as a professional. And you want to keep your skills sharp and your consistency high, consistency in terms of doing successful professional looking drawings. Well, the key to that is drawing 10 minutes a day, because we all get caught up in stuff that we have to do. And we don't draw for like maybe 3 days in a row, and then we come back and we get stuck. The second key, when doing a drawing like this isn't as important as what I just told you, but it's important to step away a lot from your drawing and not to get too close. Don't get that tunnel vision. Step away for two reasons. You know, step away to look at your drawing and compare, but also stepping away, get out of the room. You know, go into like a little different type of light source. Give your eyes a different area to focus on. And you come back, you've got fresh eyes. And things look all crisp to you, and you can go back in and revisit certain areas. Okay, now with this, I think what I've got to do is pull the edge light here. Now this could really flatten it, so I've got to be careful, but again, I'm going to do this with the eraser, and then I'm going to go back in with my pencil. There's just a little light over there that I think is kind of neat. Now, I thought I sharpened my pencils, but apparently that I didn't. Okay, so now I can go back in and sharpen that. This is a slow process today. Very slow. But hopefully it will be worth it when this is finished. Now there's a nice little highlight right on the edge. Pop that. Just want to keep cleaning this area up with my kneaded eraser. And let's just pop some lights. I really don't know how white chalk is going to work with this paper. And what type of pencil. Am I going to use a grease pencil that is white? Or am I going to use a pastel white type of pencil? Or do I not even want to go that route? And if I use it, it'll probably be extremely minimal. I will not overwork the drawing with that. And I'll just use it for some highlights. But I quite frankly, I'd be experimenting right in front of you if I did that. Because normally I just do it all with one pencil and I don't mix mediums too much. Just sharpening that. And I just want to make this line is just too perfect. I'm just trying to make it a little less perfect. And I think I'm going to pop a little bit. And we're almost done with this segment. I'm really going to sharpen my pencils and then just push these three details a little bit more. This area just needs to be worked. And then we're going to go to the fabric. I mean, I don't dislike how the drawing's coming out. I like it. Part of me is fighting the texture on the paper a touch. I'm not really used to this texture, but I just wanted to do it not on Bristol paper. I wanted to do it on regular white drawing paper. That just looked terrible what I did. So what we're going to do is, let me sharpen my pencils. I pulled out enough, and that will give me a nice area to come back in and really, sharpen out. But I think what I'm going to do, before I leave you in this segment, is just brush. Soften. And soften.